So you talked about a hall of the tablets and things like that. Are we talking about the emerald tablets of Thoth? What kind of tablets are we talking about? What kind of information is down there?
I actually wrote some things down too, just so I'm on topic here
Sure.
about the very tablets themselves. And I'm actually going to go into that. When you go down there, when you look at the tablets themselves, the these tablets aren't physical pages on a book. Some of them are, but majority of them are not, as they were shown to me. And these tablets actually encode crystal light or light within crystals within that tablet form to have so much information within it. Now, to make this make sense to you, there was I'm going to actually give you the exact study so people can look this up because to verify what I'm seeing out of my body to be
Hmm.
scientifically proven as well. There was actually a scientific thing done in the University of Southampton, I believe that's how you call it. But they've created a 5D storage crystal, a quartz crystal storage that is about 12 centimeters in diameter, and it holds over 360,000 terabytes of information.
Wow.
Yeah, within light that lasts over 13.8 billion years, the lifespan of that. So scientifically, they've already proven that you could store over 360,000 terabytes or probably even more than that. Yeah. But
Hmm.
you could store that much information inside of something about that big and probably about that thick.
Right. It
Yeah.
sounds that it just sounds if I may geek out with you for a second, it sounds very Superman-esque in the hall or in his the solitude up in the poles. The things the Kryptonians used to use were these crystals, and that's how information, that was their computer system. That is how they would translate all this
Yes. Yes.
information, all the history and all that stuff. So I'm going geek. I'm going full geek here. And
Yeah.
the
I might as well say, because it actually says 360 terabytes. So, that could be 360 That's a lot of information.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Of course. Yeah,
Of
that's insane.
there. And exactly what you said as well. So what I've seen within these tablets in the out of body is exactly what I thought was just out of body. It's like, oh, are they actually physically there? Or is it actually just in my viewing, just their heaven? But no, these are physical things that are within those tunnel systems. And now that we have the science to prove it and the science to access that, you'll find the very tablets and you could say quartz crystals and stuff that they have there in tablet forms. People would be able to tap into that now and access the array of information physically, not just with their soul. And that's what's down there. The information of the creation of this place. And I've shared that with you too. The
Mhm.
how these structures were built. So when we talk about the tablets are a store of information for that aspect. And that's how they're stored. And it breaks down the very who we are as well. So
And how we
yeah.
became who we became and how the Anunnaki and all that kind of stuff. Um, you know, our genes, the manipulation of our genes and so on.
Well, yeah, you could say the manipulations of our genes, yeah, too. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's fascinating, man. All right, so so what else is down there? So you have the giants, which I always find fascinating that there's so much historical documentation of giants.
Mm.
But the beings that are down there, they're not just chilling, watching Netflix down there. You're
Oh, no,
talking
no,
that
no.
they're all vibrating at a different frequency, living in basically another dimension, but within that area. Like you can just shift back and forth.
For individuals, if they were to look up real quick to go back to what we were just talking about, there's a video. Just type in man shining a flashlight on hieroglyphs,
Hmm.
and you'll see even within the very walls are actual information that could be decoded physically now because
Hmm.
it's not just symbols that they're seeing. You could actually decode that physically now with the experiment that I've just talked about. because you'll see when he's shining a flashlight, it's just normal. And then all of a sudden it starts to absorb. This is also part of that as well. And if you looked it up, Alex, you would see what I'm talking about. I'm not sure if you've ever seen that before.
I have not. I have not. So there is the light gets shined on what? But there's no hieroglyphs in the pyramid. So what hieroglyphs are they talking about?
So just like maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong, but you know on how they have certain writings on the walls?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it's basically even the writings on the walls, how he's shining the light there. And if you pull it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. As he's shining the light interacts with that differently, almost like it's absorbing that light instead of reflecting it in a way. It's just interacting with, yeah, which then aligns to the tablets because the tablets are inside of this sort of a stone format and also, like I said, a crystal format as well. But when you're able to take cymatic lasers and frequency, you can actually blend materials together. So you could blend rock, metal, crystal all together because
Hmm.
when you look at when frequencies played, even if you look at when someone has a strong bass system within their car, and there's YouTube
Hmm.
videos you could pull up here,
Hmm.
and just the very frequency even makes metal become liquefied. It moves like that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they were able to generate such a high amount of frequency where they could take multiple materials and blend them together. So even inside that rock formation, you'll find that there's mixed crystals within there and also information codes of light of information, just like the 360 terabytes of information that I've talked about before, but even more.
So, so can you eventually, if someone had the technology, send a frequency high enough to dislodge or re-change the molecular structure of the walls, if you will, to basically be able to grab that information or grab these elements and separate them? Or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they would do it, but I would imagine it would be the same process of what they've used in the university of even making that thing to begin with, of how they put data in and take data out. I would imagine it to be the same.
To watch the full video, click on the link below and don't forget to subscribe.